Good afternoon, everybody. We're back to talk about a new topic, scale, multiplying a two-digit number by a two-digit number and explaining how you solved your problem. So we are going to go back to the way our standard algorithm, how we've probably learned to solve a problem, a multiplication problem. So we have 3 times 2, which is 6. 2 times 2 is 4. We bring our 0 down. 4 times 3 is 12. 4 times 2 is 8. Add 1 more is 9. We add those together, we get 966. So this is the way that we grew up learning how to do math, or I did, and most of us probably did, doing multiplication. But when we go back and look at our scale, when we're multiplying two-digit numbers by two-digit numbers, we have lots of different strategies that we can use. And that will help us to understand and explain, illustrate our solutions to our problems to get a 3. So just by solving the problem, the students are gonna get a 2. Being able to explain how they solved, they'll get a 3. And we'll talk about the explaining here in a minute. I wanted to show you 2 strategies that our students have really been working hard on here at Capitol View. And our first strategy is the area model. In the area model, we're going to first break apart our numbers into 2 easier numbers. So we have 23, and we can break that apart into 20 and 3. Just like we did at the beginning of the year with place value and our expanded form of our numbers. So we have 20 and 3, and then we're going to break 42 up into 40 and 2. So then we're going to go and multiply our numbers in each box. So we have in this box, we have 40 times 20. So 4 times 2 is our easy fact. Remember those zeros we talked about in the previous video? We want to find our easy fact, 4 times 2, which is 8, and then we have 2 zeros. Okay, so then in this box we're going to go here, we're going to go up and do 3 times 40. So again, we'll do our easy fact, 3 times 4, which is 12, add our 0. And then we're going to go down to this box, so we'll go up and over, and we're going to multiply 20 times 2. So 2 times 2 is 4 plus 0. And then we have 3 times 2 in our last box, which is 6. Then we're going to go over, we're not done yet, we need to add up all of our multiplication products here. So we have 800, 120, 40, and 6. So I'm going to add all those up, 6, 6, and 9. So we got 966, just like we did over here with our standard algorithm problem. The next one is called partial products, and it's a little bit trickier than doing the area model where we kind of lay it out and we can break it apart. So we're still breaking apart into our place values. So we're going to multiply first our tens by our tens. So really the 2 in the tens place means 20. The 4 in the tens place here means 40. So we have 20 times 40, which is 800. We can do our easy fact, 2 times 4, and then add our zeros. Next, we're going to multiply the tens by the ones, which is 20 times 2. So we have 40. And then we're going to go back here, we're going to multiply our 1 by our tens. So we have 120. And then our ones by our ones, which is 6. So I'm not done, but I want to make sure that we rewrite these numbers and line them up because they are not lined up correctly with place values. So we have 800, we have 40, we have 120, and we have 6. So when I add those up, I again get the answer of 966. So you can see the 3 different ways we solve it. This way, of course, is just more of a process. You're not really understanding how the numbers are broken up and how they work. But we got the same answers. So now I'm going to show you how your students can get the level 3. I wrote an example of how they can explain their problem. So I solved my problem using the area model, and that was the first one over there in the red. I broke apart my numbers into tens and ones. I multiplied the 4 numbers. Then I added the 4 numbers to find my product. So they're able to explain what they did, and we can also show, from your explanation, we can also look at their work and understand what they were doing. So it's important that they can solve the problems as well as be able to illustrate and explain their problems. So hopefully this will kind of give you an idea of 2 by 2 multiplication in 4th grade, and this is the highest numbers we're going to go with multiplying. So the students are doing really well. So you'll be seeing some homework come home next week with this. So check this video out and show it to your kids if they need a refresher too. Have a good night.